Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Woo!
Episode 21. What's up, y'all?
Hey.
We are back. It is the Cinco de Mayo. I'm taking my little boy to the carniceria. We're going to go grab some groceries and then come back and just fucking cook and drink beer. My kids are. It's going to be great.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Dude, Rio just puts them back.
Dude, Rio's got a problem, dude. He drink. Well, you know what's funny is ever since he was a baby, he called beers with a D.
Beards.
A beard. So ever since he was a baby, he'd be like, "Daddy, is that beard or soda?" I'm like, "It's a beard." And now he's 5, and we never corrected him. So to this day, he just still calls them beards. So he'll just be walking around and be like, "Hey, that guy's drinking a beard." You know.
I'll have 2 beards, please.
I'll have 2 beards, please. Stiff ones. All right.
I was when my kid, I think it was Jack when he was super young, and he'd have like his milk, you know, his like bottle, and I'd have a beer or a cocktail or whatever, and he'd be like, "Daddy's milk."
Oh,
he'd like point to my, and it was like, "That's Daddy's milk."
That is kind of
a little weird.
I'll take it. Whatever. Moving on. So what's good? Good day.
Oh well, shit. Speaking of Jack, yesterday, his school does every year, they do this thing called the Ponytail Roundup. And it's if you have long hair and you want to cut it off to, you know, donate it to make wigs, they come out and they do it at like assembly, and Jack did it.
Oh, shit.
Cut all his hair off.
That's right. He'd been growing his hair out for a while now, huh?
Oh, super long.
Dude.
And, I was super stoked that he did it, and he was like, you know, really happy, but it kind of made me sad.
Aww. Man. Well, we just shaved Sate's head.
You did?
Yep. You can check that out right here. Yeah, cute little guy, shaved head. Look, there comes a time, because like we don't cut our kids' hair until it just gets to that time, you know, where it's like all up in his face and it's long, and you know, we're just like, okay, what are we doing here? Are you gonna be the long hair kid, or you want to get it cut? And dude, there's this thing where like once you shave a kid's head, he like grows up. He like gets some confidence, you know, and like my boys, as soon as we shaved their heads, they're just like, they toughened up, man. Straight up. They were just looked at themselves in the mirror, and maybe because I have a shaved head, you know, but they were just like, shit, all right, this is what it is, you know? And then from there on, you know, I mean, you know, they got hair now, but it's fucking crazy. It's like just to see like my 2-year-old just become a bruiser overnight. Like he shaved his head, and dude, now he's just like just a bully, just walking around, just bullying people. It's brutal. So we're dealing with that. That's what it is.
So Jack cut his hair off. So all they do is they put his hair up in a bunch of these braids, you know, and then they just cut the braids off like one by one. And so no proper cut. So I had to go to the studio. I went to the school and I watched it. Then I had to go to the studio after. So I didn't see him all day. And they took him to like to get a haircut afterwards. And he came back. He's just got like a bowl cut.
No, they did him dirty.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I walked in, I was like, no.
You just disrespected, dude. You disrespected my boy. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Maybe I'll shave it.
It grows back until you're like, 40 and it don't. Yeah, man. But we had Red Rocks. It's a little music news.
Oh, that's right.
Just got back from Red Rocks. Speaking of Rio, I took him. He's been acting like a little asshole since then. But it was awesome, man. You know, sold out show. We got to play with Jizza. Catastro played. That was cool. You guys had a show too, right? Reggae on the Rocks or something? Reggae Rise Up?
No, it was the Sweetwater 420 Fest in Atlanta.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was super cool. And you know what? It was like a jam band festival, pretty much.
Uh-huh.
And, you know, we're not really in that scene. We'd like to get, you know, in there a little more and just kind of try to meld those scenes a little more if we could. But so we weren't headlining by any means. We played at 3:30 in the afternoon, and it was kind of awesome.
Yeah.
We played at 3:30. I mean, we still had an hour and a half set. So we played 3:30 to 5. And then I just got to chill.
That's amazing.
We just kind of hung out, and I just watched a couple of the bands. It was fun, you know?
Yeah,
it was super cool.
I feel like a lot of people think that concert bills are constructed by who their favorite bands are. But in reality, they're actually constructed by, who sells the most tickets in that given area the last time they were there. And people don't realize that, like, dude, like jam bands, they're massive. Like, official pack 75,000 people in a stadium, like nothing. You know what I mean? Like, just shit like that, where you're just like, this is crazy. They're in a whole other world, In our world, we're doing our thing, and then in the pop world, there's that thing. But I mean, it's a whole other thing, because like Sublime will be in like a recent kind of thing, or in a similar situation where we'll be playing like a show, like when we played with Cardi B and Snoop Dogg like a couple years back. People were like, what is Sublime doing? Open it up for Cardi B and Snoop Dogg. You're like, well, fucking Cardi B and Snoop Dogg. I know your favorite band. I know your favorite band is Sublime, but to like a bajillion little girls, their fucking favorite rapper is Cardi B. It's like, what the fuck? Yep. That's weird.
They look up to her,
She's a role model as a father of a daughter. Oh man, I actually thought about that song the other day.
So with the jam bands though, which I was watching, and it kind of made me super jealous. And I was like, damn, we're working way too hard up here. Because you'd always wonder, like, damn, they play like 2-hour sets, and you're like, how do they play like 2-hour sets every night? Well, they're only playing like 5 songs. And each song goes on like 20 minutes, and they'll just do a chord progression for 10 minutes. Damn. And not a lot will change. Not even like someone's doing a ripping solo, which sometimes they are. But I was watching sometimes, and I started having like a little game I was playing. I was like, I want to start timing how long they'll just do this chord progression over and over again with not really much changing. Little tiny subtle things maybe changing, but then going back to the original thing, just like, and I'm telling you, man, like 10 minutes they'll go on. And it kind of blew my mind, and I was just like, damn, we'll go up there for like an hour and 15 minutes and play like 21 songs.
What are you doing?
They'll go up for an hour and a half and play like 5.
Not singing.
And I'm just like,
and not singing or soloing.
During those 10-minute jams, no singing really at all. Nothing.
Strumming.
And not a lot of crazy soloing. Just little pluckies, little things.
Ride. Hitting the ride.
I would look at the band and they're just chilling.
Bass.
They're just like, shit,
what?
Cool. I know I don't, for the next 10 minutes, I could just zone the fuck out and just strum the same couple chords over and over again.
Do you think
it's going to be all good?
Do you think the fans know?
Well, I think that's kind of what that scene is. And I'm not saying it's bad. Like it's just different, and kind of made me jealous. Because they're just there. The crowd just wants continuous music, know? And they just want to dance and and I'm sure a lot of them have taken some mushrooms or something, and they're just feeling it, and they're just doing circles and having a great time.
Smoking
and
that
it just
lettuce.
Doesn't matter. They're like, fuck it. Just speaking of lettuce, one of the bands, that was the name.
Lettuce.
And then
they're massive, right? They're just like
huge. Yeah. And then
hear that,
the
folks?
Main band that night that was playing 2 sets was the String Cheese Incident. Have you heard of this band?
Oh God, dude, they're massive.
Yeah, they're massive.
Massive.
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Crushing.
Dude, yeah. There's a lot of segments out there. This goes out to everybody. There's a lot of places to fit into the world, folks. You don't just have to be this or that.
Truth.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of people doing really well, just speaking to this certain niche of people, Be like the String Cheese Incident. Don't try and be like, Kanye West or something. I feel like that's what Stick Figure is at heart. They're like a jam band.
I guarantee you, if they started playing some jam band festivals, which I'm sure they probably do, that they would crush.
That's what that shit is to me. It ain't like crazy, like, I don't mean like shit, but like that. That's what that stuff is to me. It's like they're really ethereal and flowy, like flowing songs. They're not like crazy time signatures or like the 808 break. It's like they're like really musical and they flow. You know what I mean? I feel like that's waiting to happen. We'll be seeing like Stick Figure playing with like Todd Trucker's band or whatever. I should be an agent.
should.
Wasn't Sean an agent for a little bit?
Yeah, he was. He was doing that for a bit.
Playing keys is probably a little more fun than booking shows, I imagine.
Yeah.
I mean,
unless you could book your own shows and you're double dipping. Ooh.
Oh, come on. Who does that? That's great. Like Chuck Berry. Oh.
Yeah.
Did you hear that Chuck Berry would show up to the show? He'd drive himself and he'd show up with the briefcase for the cash and his guitar. He'd play, settle his own show, get back in his car, sleep with some underage girls, and then drive off. It's crazy.
Wow. Wild life.
Wild life. Still does it to this day. All right.
Yeah.
Should we take some questions? What do we got, Luke?
From Rick Royer. Describe the feeling when you call out to the crowds and they react with a fulfilling response.
Fulfilling. Next question, Your Honor.
Well, honestly, I never call out to the crowd. So Jared does, and I always appreciate it.
It's actually really rad. Like, I used to never do it either. And then Eric Wilson, got really into this metal band a couple years ago. And the singer is like super animated. Like, he sounds like the guy from like Disturbed, like, ooh, ah, you know what I mean? He's like, come on, motherfuckers, stand up and sing your songs, you pussies. And like, he was like, dude, you got to do shit like this. And I was like, oh man, I don't know, man. So we met in the middle, you know, and he showed me some stuff, you know, and I was like, okay.
You don't call the crowd to get up, you pussies?
No, dude, I'm not making this up either. This guy's brutal, but his fans are fucking into it. Like,
that's what they want.
They're from Europe and they're like a hardcore metal band. And, you know, it's like, Eric, dude, we're like fucking playing Sublime songs. Like, we're not that, you know?
Get the fuck up, you fucking pussies.
Dude, it was hilarious. So yeah,
it's fun. I'm going to start randomly, just every now and then just coming up to the mic and just saying something like that.
What's up, you fucking bastards?
You fucking pussies.
You jerk asses.
And I'll just be like, why did Duddy just say that?
What's up?
Why did he say that?
You prim looking stargazers. For all the good looking ladies out there, you could say that. That's a positive thing.
I can say, we're sorry about the guy, you know, with the leg, you know, you remember that, Rome? Do you remember that?
What was that? The guy with the leg?
Remember when we played, I think it was somewhere in Texas, like a Corpus Christi or something.
Shit.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Fuck, but barely. But I do.
So
I remember
guy,
it was a big L.
It was a place that was like on the beach, but we weren't supposed to go in the water because there was some sort of bacteria in the water. And they said that like the day before, a guy went in there and his leg got super infected from the bacteria. They had to amputate it. And during the process of the amputation or whatnot, like the guy ended up dying from this bacteria. And Eric goes up to the mic during the show and he's just like, hey, I just want to say we're sorry about the guy, you know, and his leg. And
everybody's like,
with the, you know, weird.
The fuck's this guy
and you just come out and you're just like, yeah, guys. You go, this band does not take amputation lightly.
I had to save it, man. This band.
Bro, I was dying.
Dude, he did this again. We were somewhere in the United States and like the runner was talking about the battleground we were on, like, you know, on the way to this cigarette shop in the morning. And then he remembered it on stage. It was just like, we know there was war here, and just to all the ancestors, we're like, no, don't go there. It's like, you know, the Spaniards came over and they fought the natives, and we're like, no, don't go there.
Oh, you don't know any of the story,
dude. I think if I was a fan, the main reason why I would go to a Sublime with Rome concert is just to see what Eric Wilson does. Like, you just never know. What's he gonna wear? What's he gonna do? What's bass? Will there be a bass? Like,
yeah, or just be gonna be
the keyboard? You know, I mean, he'll sound rad, but just like what is that guy? You know, what's his shtick?
And if you're ever at a Sublime with Rome show and you're blessed with the moment that Eric walks up to the mic to say something, please stop what you're doing and make sure you listen.
Put your phone down and just listen, because he's usually saying something fucking amazing. Amazing. All right. What else we got, Luke?
Justin Palmer, what was your most memorable jam session with a musician in or outside of your band?
Man, I have a good one.
I guess with people out of our band was it had to be the Daryl Hall show that we did.
That's right.
Daryl's house, when we did the Rich Girl song. It was just crazy because those guys were on another level, and they were ready to go the second we got there. Like we got hit up to do the Daryl Hall show, or Daryl's house. If you guys don't know what that is, look it up. And Daryl from
Hall and Oates.
Yeah, from Hall and Oates. He has a show where he has musicians come over to his house, and he has his band there, and they play 2 of your songs, and then you play, 2 of their songs. And it's super rad. But we got hit up and we were like on tour or something. And me and Jared were flying into New York to do this show. And we hadn't even really played any of their songs. And on the plane there, Rome, you'd be proud of me. I put in the CD of the song Rich Girl, downloaded it into my computer, and I just chunked out a couple parts and made a stupid little beat, like a hip hop beat. And me and Jared wrote some raps to it on the plane.
Good man. That's how you do it, folks.
And, but they were like, they listened to it like once or twice. They're like, cool, we're ready to go. And then they were just like, they already knew our songs. Obviously they knew their songs, and they listened to our little thing we made once, and they already knew it. And they just went, go, roll cameras. I'm talking like we were there for 5 minutes and we were rolling cameras playing. And I was just like, I don't know what's happening. And they were just perfect.
Dude, they don't play.
They were super cool guys. And yeah, man, that was fun.
Legendary. Dude, I mean, the story I got is legendary too. I was with Cheese out in Indiana, staying at his house a couple years back, and ZZ Top was in town, and they were playing the show, and we went to the show, and after the show, we were all hanging out on the bus, and Cheese was talking about this new like amp that he got, this, old, how he is. He got this old school amp he's all stoked on, and he was talking about it to Billy Gibbons, the singer guitar player. And Billy's like, oh, well, let's, how far do you live from here? And by this time it was already after the concert, so it was like midnight. She's just like, dude, I'm only like 30 minutes away. And he's like, let's go check it out. So fucking Billy Gibbons pulls a tour bus up to Cheese's house that's on a golf course, and he hops out, and we're all just hanging out in Cheese's living room. We all got guitars, and like Billy's just like running through all these like different scales, and he's showing us like, how to play Lagrange, and he's like teaching us all these like cool different things on guitar. And he starts talking about music history and about like, when he used to jam with Bob Marley and like all this crazy stuff when he used to jam at Run DMC. And we're like, what the fuck is going on right now? We're sitting in a living room jamming with Billy Gibbons at 4 a.m. now. Yeah, I got a picture. That's pretty awesome. That was probably like one of the most memorable moments ever, but definitely jam sessions I think I've ever had. Good times.
Good times. So guys, today we are just going to do a Q&A episode. We've both been super busy, Rome with, traveling back and forth from Red Rocks, and I've been back in the studio with the Dirty Heads finishing stuff up. So we haven't had a lot of time for the podcast, but we wanted to get you something. So we're just going to answer a bunch of these questions. These questions are coming from our Facebook group, the Rome and Duddy Show over on Facebook. So if you're listening and you want a chance to ask us some questions that we will answer on the show, head on over there.
You know where we at? Slide on over. Answer. Make sure you send all your submissions to the Rome and Shuddy That's good. The
Rome and Shuddy.
The Rome and Shuddy dough.
The Rome and Shuddy dough.
The Rome and Shuddy dough. That's so dope. Okay. Make sure you send your submissions to the Rome and Duddy Show at gmail.com for your chance to be featured on our probably more likely bi-weekly TGATS, the Great American Talent Show. Yeah, it's been awesome. We've done over a dozen of these talent shows, and it's been great to get to know everyone's talent and be able to broadcast it to the world. So thank you guys for the submissions and keep submitting. Yeah, like Duddy said, we're going to keep this one a little bit shorter today, just answer some of the questions you guys submitted, and we'll be back next week with a new talent show.
Boom. What do we got?
From Sarah Gaines. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten?
Ooh. I went to a restaurant that had edible plastic.
Ew.
Yeah. It was like one of those 5-star restaurants, where the food's like this big on like a big plate. And it wasn't like actually plastic, but it was like this, like they made it look like a piece of plastic, like a plastic toy. And it was just like, I'm pretty sure it was like sugar or something.
Probably.
But dude, I mean, it looked like you were just eating a piece of plastic. It was fucking weird.
I mean, shit, I've eaten like the bugs and all that crap,
Alligator?
I can't. Oh, I've eaten alligator.
Yeah. And it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's like chicken.
It just tastes like a gamey sausage almost,
Okay, I like that.
But I can't think of the name of what this was. It was in a Japanese restaurant probably. And it was these little balls. And you put them in your mouth and they had this weird texture, but they would pop and it'd be like salt water. And like just the texture and the popping and it would just be like salt water and there'd be like a piece of sand in your mouth afterwards. You remember Andy Hung?
Of course.
Yeah. So he took me and Jared to this place and he's like, you guys got to try these things. And like, I'll never forget it. It was just like the worst. I hated it. Dude. I hated it so much.
Okay. Hold on. I got to tell you this one. All right. We played a show at, we played the show in South Korea a couple years back. Well, I'll tell you exactly when. It was 5 years back before Rio was born. And I just told the guys that night that that my wife was pregnant and we were going to be having our first son. And so we're like, yeah, we partied it up and we were in South Korea. So we left the premises that we were at and went into town and we all ate at a local Korean restaurant, like really nice spot. And we're all like eating and drinking soju and stuff. And somebody decides that it would be a good idea to order horse. Yeah, man.
Wow.
This is the craziest food that I almost tried, but fucking didn't.
You didn't even eat it.
I'm not eating a horse, dude. No way am I eating a horse. Like, I'll eat anything else, but I can't eat animals that I just have like an affection towards. You know what I mean? I don't care how good it costs or how good it is or how much it costs or whatever. It's just like, I'm not eating a dog and I'm not eating a fucking horse. I don't really care about cats. So I'll eat some cats at a Chinese spot. I don't care. But anyway, so that being said,
gross.
Dude, everybody who tried the horse got deathly sick the next day. They were like, had to move their flights. They couldn't fly. Like, it was really,
That's
really
probably
bad.
a thing where they're like, yeah, if you're willing to eat this horse,
You got to be willing to take that L.
and you're going to fucking die.
Yeah. Don't eat horse.
Don't eat horse. We should make t-shirts that just say that. Don't eat horse. You should make that for your happy.
That the next drop.
Don't eat horse.
Just a hoof, dripping glue. That's awful.
It's just a horse giving you a thumbs up on the back.
Oh my God.
That's a great shirt. I'd wear it.
You would. Is that it?
No, we got a handful more.
From Jennifer. What's something you have purchased that was a total waste of money?
These caster wheels that I just bought. Well, I don't know. I mean, it depends on what you consider a waste of money. Like something that because you could get something that gives you immediate value and just pleasure, and it was worth it in that time. Yeah. And then ruin it, and then it'd be worth nothing now.
I mean, I guess whoever paid for that horse.
Whoever bought my old Escalade. Dude, I fucked that thing up.
I've told the story about that when I bought a drone and then crashed it into the lake.
I swear to God, when that question was being read, I was thinking about that story for you. I was like, probably that drone that lasted 3 minutes.
That was a waste. But I have a funny story for the rest of my life. So I guess kind of not a waste.
I don't know. I don't waste money. So I guess nothing. Next question.
From Patrick McCauley. what is your favorite fast food French fry?
There's this place in Leaper's Fork or in Fairview, Tennessee. It's called Jefferson's Bar and Grill. And they have an amazing deep fried French fry. It's got like a crunch to it almost.
But what's your favorite fast food French fry?
Well, that is. It's, you know.
All right.
But fast food, drive-through. It has to have drive-through.
I mean, I don't know. It's got to be McDonald's, right? Don't they? They got the best fries. I don't
know.
really eat.
I'm not a big fry guy. I'm a tater tot guy.
I like fries. I like tater tots too. Ooh, yeah.
I'm always tater tot. Or onion rings.
Don't eat a lot of fast food, and I can't remember. I don't know. I guess I know McDonald's has bomb fries.
Yeah.
I guess I'll have to go with that.
All right. If it's local, I'm going to say, do waffle fries count?
Hell yeah, they count.
Oh, you know who's got the best fries here in Tennessee? I forgot. But it's really good.
Dude. That's a good answer.
I'll put it in the show notes.
I'll send you a link.
I'll send you a link. It's my affiliate link. You get 10% off.
Hands down, best fries though. Applebee's, right?
Oh, yeah, hands down. Best steak I ever had in my life. Applebee's 2-for-1 filet Fridays.
Well,
$15.
Though, is it their steak that's good, so good, or is it their ketchup that's so good? Because I dipped that steak in that ketchup, and it's so bomb.
It's so good with the. I love it. It's not even Heinz. It's like an off-brand Deschutes.
Yeah, you can't get that anywhere else.
It's only Applebee's. It's like corn syrup with a little splash of tomato in there. A little cumin.
Paprika. They put the paprika in for the color, so it turns red. What else we got?
From Tyler Rogan. What was your first guitar and do you still have it?
Yes.
That is a weird ass sound. That was weird.
Ball Guy's back. The Ball Guy is back.
Oh my God. I haven't seen Ball Guy.
Oh yeah, you fucking threatened his dog. He's running for the hills.
He tries to bring his dog out there to play. His dog just like lays down.
My first guitar I owned was a Samick. It's a Japanese like Fender knockoff company. And I still have it. It's framed. I have it in my studio.
The first guitar like I played that like a lot on. My brother got a guitar and an amp for Christmas, and I got drums. That was our first like equipment we got, but we kind of started switching pretty quickly where I would just go and sneak and play the guitar. And we bought it off my neighbor. And I mean, this was, I don't know, 1992 or something. And it was a fluorescent, like almost glow in the dark looking Ibanez green.
What? You had an Ibanez?
Oh yeah. It was like the most shred metal guitar you've ever seen, and it was so hilarious. And no, we don't have it anymore. I don't remember what happened to that, but that was a funny ass guitar. My
dad, bless his heart, he just likes to give stuff away. And maybe like a year or two ago, this fan sent me a link to my guitar online, which was very weird because I haven't thought or seen of this guitar. It's actually my brother's guitar, but we used to share a guitar, so it was whatever. Yeah. But I hadn't seen this guitar, thought about it in years until I saw it online on fucking eBay. And I was like, where did you get what? And then I like did a little more digging, and it turns out like my dad was like, oh yeah, that's my son's guitar. Hey, you need a guitar? Here, you can have this one. And he just gave the guitar, and the guy immediately grabbed it and just turned around and threw it online.
Did it say like Rome?
100%
guitar.
100%.
How much was it going for?
I think like $800 or $900 or something. And the guitar was only like $150 Ibanez, you know?
Yeah.
But I told my dad, I'm like, dude, you gotta be careful, man. People are, I just don't want someone to get one over it on that, But
what else do we got? We got anything else?
From Teese. What do you guys do to maintain your voice?
Oh, Thais. She's in Discord.
Thais. Thaisa.
Vocal warm-ups that Jared showed me a couple of years ago, last summer, that were really rad. Those things really help. I swear to God.
Yeah, vocal warm-ups help.
Not smoking cigarettes anymore really helps.
Oh yeah, I quit.
Not
those,
staying
like,
up till
11,
5 in the
12
morning,
years ago.
drinking whiskey. That's great.
Screaming with your friends like, up till 4 in the morning every single night. Yeah, that's not good.
Shout out to Rob.
You know what?
Ortiz.
I don't go crazy with like anything like wild. I do vocal warm-ups before shows. And but I've talked about it before too. Like I'm not doing crazy like pushing vocals. I'm mostly just stay in my lane. I'm kind of talking, you know. But Jared, who's like always, you know, pushing it, and he sings a lot higher. You know, he definitely has to take care of his voice a little bit more than I do.
Yeah, Jared's on his shit for sure.
Yeah,
I be waking up and just got to get on my shit, man, or else you don't want that. Got to practice. It's like stretching before a basketball game, you know?
yeah.
You got to do it.
That's right.
Well,
so that's it. So sorry, weird episode today, but we want to get you guys something.
It's beautiful.
And we will be back next week with a T-Gats.
Lots of exciting stuff going down. Be on the lookout for some new music from everybody this summer. I don't know anything specific, but I just imagine that's how it goes. So good stuff, everyone. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the time. We'll catch y'all next week.
Peace.
Later.